Today's adventure takes us back in time to the early to mid 1800s, where we find ourselves exploring a two-for-one historical site that links two prominent past Key West figures in a very unique way. In the heart of Old Town, this 1-acre brick-paved garden, full of orchids, bromeliads, and other tropical foliage, is arguably the prettiest in Key West.
Welcome to Key West.
Today we're checking out the Audubon House and Tropical Garden.
If you have the will and a moment to spare, it's a beautiful world out there. It's a beautiful world out there.
It can be argued that Old Town Key West wouldn't exist without the Audubon House. This piece of history spurred the whole historic restoration movement that kept the old in Old Town. Upon arrival to this location, you step into a peaceful tropical paradise hidden amongst the hustle and bustle of Duval Street and Mallory Square. Only to find yourself standing in front of a grand, white, 3-story home with pronounced green shutters. It's a $15 entry fee and a self-guided tour. There is one informational volunteer in the house, and he'll answer all your questions for you and let you know what's on every floor of the house that you can also tour. But the garden itself is so fabulous. You can spend all your time there.
That's Captain John Herman Geiger. He's the gentleman who built this house. Now, most folks don't know this, but he had a brother, Henry, and Henry lived on Geiger Key. That's how it got its name at mile marker 10. Captain John is the man who built this house and lived here for over 100 years. He built the house to replace a smaller home on this property destroyed by the hurricane of 1846. In need of a new home and being a wealthy man, they built this grand Key West home, using ship's carpenters, using the best materials. The main reason the Geigers built such a large, strong home, he and his wife Lucretia had 12 children. The family lived in the house for 4 generations, 108 years. The last of the Geiger descendants living in the house, William Bradford Smith, known as Willie, passing away in 1956. The interior is set up the way it was when the family lived here. Parlor, dining room on the first floor. Cooking was done in a cookhouse out in the garden area.
It's a flamingo! What the heck? They ate flamingos? While flamingos are protected today, it was not uncommon for people to dine on them many years ago. In fact, their tongue was considered to be an especially wonderful treat.
Furnishings in the house are period pieces. They're from 1800 to 1850. There are 4 bedrooms on 2 floors upstairs. The second floor has a master and a children's bedroom. Go out to the balcony in the front to see Captain Geiger's office. It's a great use of space. On the third floor is an exhibit on the Geiger family. Almost everything in that room was owned by the family at one time. The second exhibit are 22 birds of the Florida Keys, painted by John James Audubon. He came to the Keys while painting the birds of America, 435 birds, painted between 1827 and 1839. Now when he came to the Keys, he was here once, he was here for 6 weeks, and he was here in 1832, 14 years before the house was built. He never saw this house. He never painted on this house. However, we know we know he got a branch of a tree that was on this property, and he used it in a painting with white crown pigeons. Historians are certain that this is the property he referred to in his journal, and that all of the stories about Audubon and this house began with a branch of a tree. No one knows who started calling it the Audubon House. Nobody knows when, but his name did save the house from destruction, which led to the restoration. These are original Audubon lithographs, and you'll see more throughout the house. There were 200 complete sets of all 435 birds. They were made into a large book known as the Double Elephant Folio, selling then for $1,000. The most recent one at auction, $11.9 million. Audubon, knowing that he wouldn't sell as many of the large lithographs, they were just too expensive, he redrew all 435 birds into a smaller series. They're called Royal Octobo. That's what you'll see in the exhibit with the 22 birds.
Crazy room.
After touring nearly all of this period-accurate house, I was very surprised to enter this eccentric bird room dedicated to John Audubon. This room overwhelmed the senses with its brightly colored wallpaper, bird songs serenading us from speakers overhead, and flowers growing out of the ceiling. The Audubon House is a fun stop to explore when in Key West, especially if you want to escape the fast-paced town surrounding the lot. Our favorite part was just relaxing in the rocking chairs on the second floor balcony, overlooking the luxurious garden.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content just like this. Remember, it's always free to subscribe. Later, Gator.
With today's adventure behind us now, the sun dips below the horizon, casting its golden hue across the landscape. We bid farewell to the past, embracing the adventures that await us with open arms. May they continue to shape our souls, broaden our perspectives and inspire all of us to live a life filled with wonder, curiosity, and purpose. That's all for now. We hope to see you all back here next Tuesday for another adventure.